or sometimes we overthink things, but the solution is so simple. There's a quote by Lardner, I've known what it is to be hungry, but always went right to a restaurant. You know, I had 3 examples, one with my dad, one with my brother, and one with a fellow teammate that I train with that I'd like to share with you guys. My dad wanted to buy a piece of property in Mexico, but he said we were short on cash. So he was stressing, saying like, dude, if I don't buy it now, someone else is gonna buy it. And I was like, well, dude, like how much do you need? He's like, oh, dude, I just need $2,000. Like, dude, you have a son that has a job, you know, I'll give you the money. So now me and him are sharing property in Mexico, so that was the solution there. My brother, once he found out I was gonna come back to school, he was stressing out. I was like, oh, dude, there goes my ride to school, you know? He's in high school right now. So he's stressing out, trying to think, like, dude, how am I gonna get there? I'm like, well, first of all, you know, school's like a couple blocks away, you can walk over there. Second, you know, I bought you a penny board, you can do that. And third of all, you know, there's something called Uber or Lyft. I was like, oh, cool, I got it. So he found a solution. He grabs my phone when I'm sleeping and orders a Lyft like from my phone. So there's that. It wasn't what I meant, but I guess, yeah. Another solution is a fellow teammate of mine. He's getting ready for a fight for Vegas. He was struggling because he had to cut a good amount of weight in a short amount of time. He would diet, we would work out, we would train and stuff like that, and he kept telling me, he's like, dude, like, I'm not losing the weight fast enough. Like, I don't know if I can make it to the fight because I'm just not losing it. I'm dieting, I'm working out, like, I'm stressing. I was like, well, dude, I got a gym pass, you know? I was like, so let's just get you a sauna suit, hit the sauna, do some rounds in there, and then you'll be good. In no time, he started seeing progress, and by the time the fight came, he was 2 pounds under the weight he was supposed to be, so that was good. And we ended up winning that fight, so we got super drunk that night. Yeah, and so it just comes down to it, you know, if you have a problem, don't overthink it, because who knows, the solution could be right in your face. That's good.
All right, I like the rhetorical question at the beginning. I thought there was an interesting take on what the quote means and what you're going to say about it. I thought that worked really well. You previewed what you were going to be talking about, so structurally it sounds like it's going to be organized, and in fact it is. You've got the points set up. You provide a little bit of detail on each of them. You could probably add a little bit more. You did get some humor into the speech, and I think there's more that you can add to it to make it more interesting, but you got your point across on each of those points, and I like that. As I frequently have said to people, you sometimes give a better speech in the car on the way home because you're going to say, oh, I should have mentioned this thing, or you'll think of something else that would have been a funny thing to add to the story, and that worked pretty well. Like, you know, how much you got charged by Uber for your brother's ride. That would have been one of those things that you could maybe add a little bit of detail in. But I appreciated the point that you were talking about there. I thought that you made your points pretty well. The presentation things, there's lots of energy when you're speaking. You do a very good job at talking to the audience. I do think that you have a tendency, though, you're backing away while you're speaking. You know, it's like you take a step back and then another step back, and the next thing I know, you're as far away from us as you can get without being on the other side of the wall. And it doesn't look like you're retreating per se, but it doesn't feel like you are engaging as much. You're doing a good job with your face and your eyes, but you know, we got this other signal that seems to be going the other direction. So a little bit more congruence with those things, and I think you'd be in better shape. All right, I'm going to stop there.